ladies and gentlemen. This is Johnny Magnificent Mac. And tonight, I want to talk with you about something that I feel is very, very crucial. And that is the establishment, the creation, the maintenance, and the execution of what I call the do list. And this is the list that is of things to do that are due, D-U-E. That means it's time to do them now. See, most of us don't even have any type of list at all. There's no type of structured written statement as to what today will be all about. What are the activities and the requirements that you've established for yourself today? You see, it's all about today. When is the most important time? That is now. You see, most of us are caught up in waiting until tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. You see, tomorrow is a figment of the imagination. Yesterday is just a memory. But today, the right now, is the essence of what life is all about. And there's always a new now. And the now that is now is the new now that you need to execute within. So, what I found that the most important thing that an individual can do is to create a do-do list. Now, I know that on the surface, that sounds a bit comical and a little bit risque, but the reality is this. Everyone needs to have a do list, a list of things to do and when to do those things that you have to do. So that goal sheet, that do list, that statement of today's purposes needs to be executed and created and maintained and established daily. See, the daily creation of a do list and a check off of all the things that are on that list will create such a tremendous boost to your entire being, your well-being, your mental well-being, your financial well-being, even your physical well-being. Because on that list should be exercise. On that list should be things that are necessary to be done today. And some of it needs to be done right now. Some of it may just be going to the cleaners and pick up something to wear so that you look good and look your best. Some of it may be that you have to call certain people, that you have to finish certain projects, start certain projects, read chapters in your book. Whatever is necessary to be done, you write it on the do list. And then what you have to do is you have to check off at every time that you do something on that list. And most of us are caught up and we say, wow, I don't have any, I can't figure out how I can get anything done. I got so much to do, I can't get anything done. And then they look at me and say, Johnny, how are you able to write books? How are you able to consistently be the top salesman in where you work at? How are you able to consistently work as a very effective member and leader in your church? How are you able to spend quality time with your family, to spend time with each of your daughters so that you can impact their lives? How are you able to do those things and find time to spend time with your friends and keep the fraternal relationship going? How are you able to do all of that? And the answer is simple. I create and operate a do list. And every day as I write it, I check it off, I feel a sense of accomplishment when I do most or all of the things on the list. And to be honest with you, I'm normal, I'm human, I'm just like any of you. There are days that I don't check anything off my list. I have all these things to do, and it's so overwhelming. It's so just mind-blowing that I just sit back and say, wow, or I get caught up in the little things that distract us. These little distractions like the phone ringing or endless reading of emails or looking at Facebook or watching a movie or just hanging out with people. And I use those as an excuse not to do things. And I look at the end of the day and say, wow, again, epic failure I did not accomplish. But those days when I do the do list and it becomes everything that's due is done, I look back and say, wow, now that's the sense of accomplishment that I enjoy. That's the sense of accomplishment that gives me great joy. And in the process of doing that, all of us can find how simple and easy it is to write things down on our do list. And see, that's a daily list. Then you have a weekly list. Then you have a monthly list. Then a quarterly list. Then a yearly list. And then a 5-year, a 10-year, even a lifetime list of goals and things that you want to accomplish. And we're not talking about bucket lists like we're going to go to France before we die. We're talking about putting specific dates and times and priorities on events and necessary things to do, so that when they're due, they're done, and as a result, you're able to accomplish more. In one of the books that I wrote last year called Finish So You Can Start, that's the entire premise right there. That if you finish these things, the things that are due, if you do them, then you can look back, and that sense of accomplishment, that finalization, that elimination of the task will actually open doors and remove barriers and allow you to be able to move forward and become unstuck. See, most of us are stuck because we're not doing what's necessary to move forward. We've got a foot on a brake, and we're not pushing the accelerator to try to get to the next point or the next level. So what the do-do list does, it quite simply organizes, structures, puts everything in context so that you're able to accomplish, finish, complete, and therefore be able to move forward to not only do what was necessary, but to finally begin to do new things. Because when you have that clutter in your spirit, clutter in your mind, clutter in your environment, you're not able to accomplish. You're not able to do what's necessary, and you find yourself, wow, why am I lacking? Why am I stuck? Why am I limited? We limit ourselves because we allow ourselves to not have to complete, to not have to execute. You know, Napoleon Hill in his great book, Think and Grow Rich, said, inspiration to action is the necessary step. Inspiration to action. What is the inspiration? What inspires you to move forward and to do things even when you don't think that you want to do them, or that you desire to do them, or that you're able to do them? That's the secret. That's the key. And that's where the do-do list comes in, to make it more effective and do what's necessary to be done. With that, this is Johnny Mack wishing you a great day. And remember, you are the only element that makes a difference in your life. Have a wonderful day.